Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a DIY bath salt, and this is what the finished product looks like. My inspiration for this video was actually Whole Foods, because whenever I go in there I love looking at like all of their bath salts and soaps, so I decided to try to make my own, and this is what I came up with. This is my second time making this, so it's awesome, and it's like the minty fresh flavor, or minty fresh scent, or whatever you call it. You can make very large amounts of this for a pretty affordable price, so they're great for if you're giving gifts to lots of different people. Yep, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need a bowl and a spoon, a 1 cup measuring cup, 2 measuring spoons measuring 1 tablespoon and half a tablespoon, kosher salt, aloe vera gel, safflower oil. It doesn't necessarily have to be high heat, but this is just what I had in my house. Peppermint essential oil, dry peppermint leaves, and for packaging you're going to need an empty jar or container. It can be glass or plastic, a hot glue gun, and a ribbon. I'm going to be using the green one to kind of represent the mint. I recommend getting kind of like a cloth one, and if you're going to give this as a gift, I recommend getting it in maybe their favorite color or a pattern that they would really like. So first we're going to measure out 1 cup of the salt. And it doesn't have to be exactly a cup. And then we're just going to pour it into the bowl. Next, we're going to measure out half a tablespoon of the safflower oil. Pour that in. Next, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the aloe vera gel. And you might need to use a spoon to scoop all of it out. Then we're just going to stir it and just incorporate all of the ingredients and make sure you get the edges of the bowl. In the end, you should just have this kind of like moist clumps of salt. Next, we're going to add in our peppermint oil, and this is where you can just kind of personalize it for a more subtle or a more strong scent. I recommend it starting with 2 to 4 drops and then adding from there. Now you just stir it in. Next, we're going to add in our dried mint leaves, and you just want to crumble these up so that there are no full leaves left. And here you can just add however much you think looks good. And once again, we're just going to stir. Now it's time to decorate. So what you want to do is you want to get your ribbon and fold it in half to find the middle point. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Now you're just going to take your glue gun and place a small dot of the glue where the midpoint of the ribbon is. Then you're just going to take the jar and place one of the sides on there. And you kind of want to center the jar side with the dot. And this is what it should look like. And then you just want to repeat it on both sides, but you can put this hot glue on the jar. But make sure it's not like really cheap plastic, because you don't want it to melt or anything like that. and then just pull it over and rub it and press it down to make sure that it sticks. And then do it to the other side. Now it's time to tie the bow. And what I did first was I just tied 2 knots and then I tied the bow because it just made it a little bit easier. So there's the first knot, kind of, and then there's the second tie. And then you just want to just tie it into a basic bow. And I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so it took me a while to get it the way that I wanted to. But this is what the finished product looks like. Now we're just going to put in all of our bath salts into the jar. So now I'm writing a little note to put in there, and I will show you an up close of what it says in a second. So it says, a minty fresh bath salt made just for you. Put this in your bath when you're feeling blue. And we're just going to place this in the jar, but I recommend putting the note in a little plastic bag instead, so that the note doesn't absorb the moisture and get soggy and the ink doesn't like go everywhere. Yep, so that's it for this DIY bath salt. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.